Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining me at this hour. You are welcome to 58th edition of Investdata Trading Academy live with Ambrose. Yes, I will say that the market, international market, has been oscillating even in a sell-off as at yesterday. I will tell you the rate hike in US and England, and also the oscillation in the price of crude oil has also contributed to this market you drives in the matured market. I will tell you that both stocks and commodity are not left behind. All of them closed lower as at yesterday. But as we speak now, you can see that the US market is also trying to rebound this morning as after the rot of even hitting 50 S&P hitting 51 hitting a 52 days low. That means 1 year low. It tells you that, or 50 weeks low, sorry, weeks low. Even as Bitcoin also struggle to trade above $30,000. Tells you that the sell-off in the US market or market market is across all the instruments, both the equities, both commodity, and even cryptocurrency. All of them were affected just because of rate hike, and also the trend that is happening globally affected this market. But as we speak now, we are seeing that US market, especially the S&P, is trying to to beat out this morning. But let's see how far it will go. But the factor that are behind all this. I will tell you that the the victory speech that Putin gave us at yesterday also is not also not supporting the market because both the Western countries are not happy with what's going on in Ukraine, and that I believe that is going to influence the commodity price, especially oil and other related commodity price for the rest of the year. If guy is not taking, that means the inflation pressure we're seeing. I'll tell you, it has come to stay. But I believe that the way the central banks of the world are managing it, and also peculiar to different climate, I think they are trying to adjust so that these things do not bring the global economy to another recession. That is what they are trying to do. But I believe that for we that are in the market, at any given time, this is the time for you to play with your stop loss. You saw what happened in matured market, and also down here, I will tell you that the market has been crazy, galloping up and down. But as we speak now, market has slowed down a little this morning because of what? Because of profit-taking activities, and all just on a big one of the big names I won't put in the market now. As we speak, other indicators in the market are very bullish and in green. Apart from the profit-taking activities, that one stocks that just lost about 9 naira has put other market down as this morning. But that should not send any panic to you. But I believe that as intelligent investor in this class, you know when to take profit. You are not moved by what is happening in the market because before you enter any position, you know your entering and your exit strategy. And also, I always say, do not bring emotion when you are taking decision on what to do. Also, your investment goal will also be what will guide you. And that is why when you trade your plan, I'll tell you, you won't get your finger burnt in the market much unless you are not following bandwagon. I believe that none of us in this class are doing that because knowledge is power. And also, when you are investing with knowledge, I will tell you your losses will be very minimal while your gains will be what will be at the optimal level because you know what you are doing. That is why you need to really take everything that we discuss here and see how you can play them out in your portfolio. Yes, we can see that the good dominance has continued, and I believe that what we are seeing today is just for today because I expect that with the trend of happening in the telecom company, we are seeing what NTM did recently in terms of their earnings, Q1 number. You can see the buying interest in that stock. The volume you are seeing, that volume you are seeing in MTN is not a retail investors buying a position. That is more of institutional investor taking position. And don't forget that I always say that in their last offer for sale, where they were giving only 70% allotment. Now they are seeing the opportunity, they've seen the price of this stock, and they see that all the factors that are going to drive the cash flow of this company, and also telecom business is a social business that have come to stay, and they are essential. On that note, taking advantage of this price now, because if you look at the peers in the market, especially Airtel, you can see that MTN has good numbers and still below that Airtel on in fact more than even how many percent you see it below the price. I will see that the way it's going now, if you are a design investor, this stock tell you that there's something in for that stock because by August, when they don't put their their 5G network now is going to also drive their data sales, because the more it's going faster, the more people are migrating to use their data. That also be a plus for them. Don't forget also that CBN, in recent time, approved their banking service, no product, or what do you call it. For me, it's a good stuff. And don't forget that, as the world is going now, I see that everywhere, every country or every company want to do what we call a digital economy or digital operation. Before now, you can see that we're talking here, you are joining us from every part of the world, just because of what data and all those. That means this has come to stay. These are post COVID-19 things that have changed the face of business, and I believe that the telecom industry will benefit more from it. And that means that you, as an investor, you want to look the way of this telecom company, especially as the market is looking to see the audited result of Airtel in the market tomorrow. I will tell you that this slowdown we are seeing in the market today, tomorrow with Airtel coming with the result, I see that okay, market also react to that number. That also will change the face of the market. Like I said, the trend of the uptrend or the bull the dominance in the market has not finished. What we're seeing is just a slowdown, either for profit taking, which we know market is just at the afternoon now. We're just at the midday. It's looking like before the market close, you can see a turnaround from the market. But I believe that what I'm seeing in the market still has a positive breadth. When we come to that level, we want to look at it and see what is happening in the market. But I believe that all market needs to go up. That's still very much there, because the high capital that are pushing the stock up are still having the upper potential to go in terms of rally. That means you need to, but don't forget that when you hit your target, don't be carried away with market direction. Always know when to take profit. This is exactly what helps investors when it comes to investing. This is an interesting time of our market. I will tell you that what I call for updates in your trading and the investing plan or strategy. Because what is happening now call for you to upgrade your trading and your investing plan. You need to do that. But here, sitting down and just watch will not just solve the problem. You need to take time to look at your trades and see where you need to make adjustment, where you have made profit, where you have made no mistake. These are the times so that you can take advantage of the market that is running. If you can do this at this hour, I'll tell you that you are in for another level of return, because that is the only way. You need to look at your decisions, where you are taking you to this level. Now that the market is in this direction, what can you do else? That's why you need to look at all your plans and see where you can make adjustments, where you need to drop, where you need to add. These are the time you should do that. Because plans that are weak or that are not working don't need to go ahead. You need to stop those plans and put them any trade strategy that is not working. It's the time to put them behind, because you can't use trade that is not working to go into this bullish trend. But this is a bullish trend that need very careful decision, because the time you are jumping into the market, it's not that the time the market will correct. That's why you need to play with your technical analysis to see exactly where the market is and where it's going to be. If you have this at the back of your mind, I'm telling you, you have come to to really make money in the market. Because as we speak now, I'll tell you from the look of things, I'll tell you the key resistance levels of the market, in recent times have been broken as market continue to gyrate, continue to move up. Just little slowdown was seen, but I'm telling you that the next breakout we are looking at, once the market is able to break out the 52,000 2,600 and 641.55. That will also usher another rally. But I believe that the next one, this one is a major resistance. I'm telling you, the 2,741, whatever, it's a major resistance. But the minor resistance was looking at is the 52,200 and 2,412. Once market break all these resistance and move above, so that means market is going to hit what recorded in 2008 around February, March, and that's almost around they're getting to cross to 60 if market break out this level. I will tell you that also at the end of the day, if the common MPC meeting that the rate is not adjusted, you see more funds enter the market, because as we speak now, the money flow index in the market is already reading 95.75% as of yesterday. This morning when we come to the chart, we'll see what it's saying. It says that funds are really entering the market, funds are still entering the market. It tells you that these are the right time for us to watch our position. This is not a time to panic or say you want to say, watch your position and know what to do at this time. But as we speak now, okay, the market is mixed. Why I say the market means that we are seeing price of stocks moving up. We are seeing more gainers than more losers. As we speak, the market is down by 186 36 point, representing about 0.4% down as we speak. Market is trading 51 1,716.12 at this hour. But we're having for 24 gainers against 10 losers. You can see that the market breadth is positive and strong. We're having 24 gainers and the 10 losers at this hour. And the gainers at this one, the top gainers at this hour are me and Baker, Multiverse, and the Champion Brewery. We also see Nicolas Industry is also among the top gainers, followed by what? By Capri. These are the top gainers out of the 24 gainers to speak. But if you go to the flip side, look at the losers to speak. The losers at this hour are 10, but this 10 we can see that company that has a high cap price or weight or large cap are the ones pulling the stock down. The top losers to speak are Regency Insurance, Mutual Benefit, Assurance, MTN, Sterling Bank, and Fidelity. For other in this 10 category of losers we are seeing, you can see the life of Flower May, you can see NGS, Zenith Bank, and that is why the gainers are more, while the losers are less. That's why market is still down. Tell you that these high cap stocks like Zenith Bank, Flower May, and NGS plus NTN are the ones that put the market down. But I believe that we are just in the afternoon, midday. We expect that things will change before the market closed by 2:30. But I always say that we don't want to go into looking at the chart now. That's looking at the volume that is driving the market now. I'll tell you, in terms of volume, GT code is leading in volume at this hour, followed by Regency Insurance, Transcorp, International Bureau, and the Sterling Bank. These are the top in terms of volume. And that tells you that people are also looking the way of these stocks as to speak. But for here, I would like us to look at what is happening. We can see that me and Baker is just bouncing up at this hour. Look at what is happening in me and Baker. And also want to also look at this Capri. Capri, I've said earlier that stay profit. Capri markdown is around the either Friday or Thursday. Let's see the digital strength to still go further. We want to look at what is happening in Capri. Then also we'll look at MTN again, look at MTN chart, look at Fidelity chart. Then we'll now come to the volume. Let's look at GTB. See the volume in that GTB. Let's look at what is happening in GTB. Transcorp, I tell you, that Transcorp was seeing improved earnings. Let's see how this is going to play out in the performance of Transcorp. That means we have about 6 stocks to chart, but let's look at what is happening on the general market, looking at the all share index or the index action to know exactly what is happening in that regard. Let's go back to our chart now and see this our chart for today. You can see here that you can see if you look at the chart, yes, that is still impressive. But if you look at today, you can see that you can see a little pullback here. The good thing is that this is just a small bear candle. You can see that we have already a strong bullish candle here, but this is a minor one, but it's a sign that here people are taking profit as we speak now. You can see that for me, it's a good one for the market. After market have rallied for almost 18 straight days, nothing stopped the market from taking a profit at this hour. And this profit is part and part of the market. I told you earlier, you can see after market have broken out from this level. You move right here, look at they also were saying, let's see where about correction is part of the market. You don't need to panic at all. But then look at other of our indicators to see what is happening in the market at this hour, so that those indicators will help us to confirm the trend and will not take action immediately. But it's a good thing, like I always say, that market can continue to go up, but this does not mean that market is already on a reverse. But I tell you, profit taking is part and parcel of the market dynamics for that. But you see profit taking in the market, it doesn't say it's bad, but you individual trader or investor, when you are making profit in your position, you know what to do exactly in that. You don't need to wait until all the traders in the market are selling, or once you meet your target, don't be greedy, execute your plan and also exit from that position immediately. Yes, you can see even when the market is pulling back, you can see that it's far also from the T line. It's a good sign, and we have not seen the MACD on a day chart is still very, very strong. You can see the histogram, the wick is increasing. It tells that there's still, but money flow index is now flat here at this level, still above 95.52. You can see that it's still strong on a day chart. But we look at the 1 hour chart, because it's a day life class. We look at 1 hour chart to see. On the 1 hour chart, you can see that there's already correction here. You can see the pullback. But despite that, you can see that it's still above the T line. tells you that this is a good thing for the market. So this is not time for us to panic, but rather just take advantage of information, take sell those ones that make profit, and don't want panic out in your product that has a good fundamental. I always say that you take profit works slowly, but for the market now, you can see even you can look at money flow on our chart, it's already looking down. Says that selling position is already on. People are taking position profit in some of their position. You can see it here, and then you can see that MACD, so histogram here is also trying to look down. You can see it here, clicking down here on 1 hour chart. Yes, quick one. Let's look at what is happening in Mia Baker. You can see that others in that industry. You can see what is happening in GSK, what is happening in fixing. Then now we'll look at what is happening in Mia and Baker. Let's look at Mia and Baker and see what is happening there, and what we should do as the stock is just coming up now. Is it the right time for you to hold, or you should buy what the chart has for us on Mia and Baker? Let's see what the chart has for us here on Mia and Baker. This Mia and Baker chart on a 1 hour chart. You can see the 1 hour chart of Mia and Baker. Look at it here. You can see, yes, you can see this strong. This 1 hour chart. You can see that this stock is strong, and just making a good move today. You can see it here. You can see the move is there. You can see the green lines, which are the positive candlestick. You can see it here above the T line. You can see volume coming out in this stock at this hour. MACD is positive. Money flow is really positive for the stock. For me, it's a good stock. It has crossed almost 70, around 85 money flow for this stock. Find one. Let's see. We're seeing a positive technicals on the stock. On a day chart, also very strong positively. You can see also trading above the T line. You can see volume here. You can see your MACD is still very positive. Above the strengthener line, that means positive. And money flow is coming up powerfully to trade above above 50 points. But around reading now 57 to 58 points. For me, it's a good one for me and Baker. That means if you're in this position, just hold your position and watch. And I said it earlier in one of the class that as far as we're seeing that the recent agreement signed by the federal government and Cuba government for vaccine production, that whatever will happen, going to rub up on all the companies in that sector. You remember I said it one of the class, either a question and answer or one of the TV programs. That is all going to happen. Actually, you can see these numbers, and if the numbers of this sector continue to remain up, this earning power we're seeing is sustained in subsequent quarters. These are just beginning of these stocks in that industry. GSK, Mia Baker, Nimet, Pomadeco, and and fixing. Fixing naturally has become the leader in that industry on the strength of the performance and the price. It's Mia Baker and fixing because of what they are their technology and the art of the recent development in their factories, what they call it is a tool company in that industry. That is for that. Let's quickly look at what is happening in Capri. Capri, I want to take position here to ask you whether you will also further sell if you stay there, because want to see because this stock are rally all this while. Let's look at is it time, because ahead of their qualification date, can you still hold or you sell? Let's look at, and I want to quickly look at one chart. Yes, you can see that this stock is really high above the what above the T line. And when you see any stock above the T line in this region, it's kind of a signal that you take profit. And you can see MACD, but money flow is already flat. I want to look at 15 or 10 minutes chart to give us what is happening in this stock, that we know what to do. Let me quickly check for you and see what is happening in this stock. I will tell you as we speak now, this is the time for you to take profit in this stock. If you are still there, I know I've advised earlier take profit in this stock, but if you are still there, this is time to take. You can still look at your MACD. MACD is already telling you that there's a divergence in the price rally we are seeing and the momentum. You can see it here already coming down, which you can see the blue line trying to come down to cross down. You can see it here, and money flow has remained flat, around this 100 for all this while. That means profit taking is the next thing. If you are still in this stock, fine. Our advice, do the needful. Yeah, let's look at it on a day chart. We have seen on 1 hour chart. Let's look at the day chart. Very strong. Let's quickly go to 1 hour chart and see how the stock is looking like. You can see that yes, it's still above the T line, but I will tell you if you can look at this point here, fine. But I will tell you, the gap here is high, so that you can know that this is the time for you. Also, you can see that MACD is still trending up here. We'll look look at it, it's not becoming stronger. The momentum is still just flat at that level. It's not increasing, and that tells you that it is the time for you to cash away your profit. And this is not a time to jump into this stock, I would advise. But for those there, it's time for you to take profit from out of habit. Yeah, the next one we want to look at, let's look at what is happening in GT code, that we are seeing this switch volume in this stock at this hour. Let's look at what is happening in GT code. Sorry, let's look at what's happening in GT code at this hour. Let's see what is happening in that stock. That will give us insight to see. And I believe that the banking sector, this time they are not really, creating value investor, expected, but I tell you, their time is just coming. Like I always say that every stock on the exchange has their own characteristics, and they also have their, time, different time for what, for price movement, and that will come at the right time. But as we speak now, on a 1 hour chart, the chart for GT code is not looking good. But for me, yes, it's slightly, above the T line, slightly almost less than. You can see the high volume and it's a down market. That means, but MACD as we speak is just on the still on the bullish side, slightly, but money floated that front is not entering the stock, and rather front is leaving the stock, and that's why you can see this red candle here, and you can see high volume on the stock. When you are seeing stock going down on a high volume and money flow going down, it's not a good movement for the stock. Now, let me look at the day chart, how it looks like for 1 day chart. As we speak, 1 day that you can see it's also resting on it. On a day chart, it's not looking badly, but you need to watch, and you can see that it's resisting also to go up slightly below the T line, slightly below the T line on the green here. You can see, and MACD money flow trying to start looking up from slightly above 50. It's good, but MACD is still not have not confirmed. But you can see that divergent in MACD coming down here. You can see also try to come down. That means you need to watch this stock before you enter. Quickly, I would advise that you need to wait for it to break out the T line up before we jump in, because MACD is still not direction at this week. Instead, like it's still on the very side looking down, while money flow is just trying to turn up. But that's why you need to confirm until break out the T line before we jump into this stock at this hour. Then the next one we want to look at, let's look at what is happening in transport before we come to Fidelity and others. Look at what is happening in transport. Then we can quickly look at MTN and look at MTN and see also what is happening there. Transport Nigeria, you can see transmission